So right now we have about an hour and 48 minutes left, and I think I've gotten us to a point that I really was not expecting the video to get to, and that is having everything pushed over into the editing software and ready to start editing down. I know for argument's sake, everybody can say, oh, well, for all these videos, you could have done B-roll, you could have done this, you could have done that, but for the sake of the challenge, I don't think it really suits what we're trying to accomplish. All in all, it looks like we've had the camera rolling for about 44 minutes. I'm going to add an extra maybe 5 to 10 minutes with this camera that's currently rolling. So all in all, there's about an hour's worth of footage to edit here. Typically what I end up with is for every 5-minute bit of footage, it takes me anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour, depending on what the overall concept of the video is. So I think for argument's sake here, we could say that there's the better part of maybe 5 hours of editing between all of the videos that are encapsulated. Out of the sake of not having a, oh Lord, okay, let's see. So out of the sake of not having a crazy wobbly camera watching me on Premiere Pro, I think I'm just going to check in with you guys and kind of show you on the timeline where we come up with everything, and also to save you guys some audio time here as well. And also so I can give you guys some better audio check-ins, and it's not just me running and gunning on the fly. I think I'm going to get into this, move a little bit further, and kind of have a better sense and idea of some of the things that I really need to break down throughout the video. So right now we're sitting at about an hour and 30 minutes roughly, and let me just kind of show you where we're at as far as Premiere Pro is concerned. Right now we've gotten most of our reel edited down, and one of the things that I didn't really take into consideration when I was making this was the overall length of the reel in and of itself, because now I'm questioning how is this going to live on each certain platform, because as we all know, the vertical format videos, most of these social media platforms are looking for something that is very short, typically under about 30 seconds to about a minute is kind of where those reside at. And as far as this project, of course, I don't have a lot of cool, interesting shots that exist with this, but I don't know, maybe somebody out there will just look at the craziness of what the heck is going on and maybe be interested with it. Maybe that's you, I don't know, but for what it's worth, I think this has just been a really cool way to just get outside of what a normal video production is. I have laughed more times just trying to make this segment than I have probably laughed in, like, I don't know, the past 48 hours. Like, this is just such a mind-boggling experience, and it's very I guess it's very rudimentary in its style, and I think that's just what makes it so incredibly funny, because it's like, oh, well, I deal with these things every day, I've done it hundreds of times over, and it's like, okay, well, how do I take these things that I've done for many years, hundreds of times over, and how do I absolutely put it on its head and just turn it into something that I really had never dealt with or even expected to ever deal with. So, whew. That being said, okay, we have the office video edited down. Now, I could roll into the skull candy video and produce that down and at least get a skeleton, and I think that will probably take the remainder of, I don't know, maybe 45 minutes. So my thought process here is that even with getting that cut down, technically I still need B-roll for that segment. Now, understand that I've got a lot of B-roll for the skull candy footage as it is already, but I kind of want to do a little bit more in depth, maybe a little bit higher quality, maybe jump into some 4K stuff and just kind of get a really sharp production with it, because that's the other thing that I've been working on with videos and really focusing on is I want the sharpest, cleanest, most crisp production that I can put together with the equipment that I have and with the knowledge that I have. Now, sometimes that takes a lot longer than I can really even comprehend, because some of these videos I'll get into it and I'm like, oh, you know, this is only going to take a couple hours, no big deal, I just need to do this or that. But I'll sit there and I'll produce the video and I'll start putting out the tracking and I'll start getting into the pacing of the video, and I'm like, oh, like, you know, what I had in my mind of how this is going to be produced is quite a bit different from what is here on the slate of what I'm working with. And I think that I want to try and tighten up that creative process that is in there to really have something that's a lot more fleshed out, and really try and push to have my imagination into the video that is there, because I think that is a lot more fun way to not only produce and edit, but it makes turning out the next video, it makes it a lot more exciting, because it's like, okay, well, how can I push the envelope? How can I take what is in my mind and realistically put it into a video of something that somebody else would be like, oh, maybe I've had that thought, or maybe just help somebody understand something better. I think that's ultimately what I'm after with the new step up in production that we're taking on here.